When it comes to on-screen chemistry, some pairings feel destined, as if two actors were meant to cross paths at just the right moment in their careers. Long and Yang Meimei embody that rare kind of magic. Their drama captured hearts around the world, but what truly lit a fire in the fandom wasn't just the scripted romance, it was the countless off-screen glimpses that spilled beyond the polished frame, moments that felt unscripted, unguarded, and unforgettable. Those tiny snapshots, half smiles, subtle glances, playful gestures, and bursts of laughter have since broken the internet, becoming the heartbeat of a fandom that can't stop replaying them again and again. From the very first behind-the-scenes clips, it was obvious to fans that Long and Yang Meimei had something more than a professional partnership. There was an ease, a rhythm, as if they had known each other far longer than the project that brought them together. In between takes, their interactions revealed layers of warmth that only strengthened what audiences saw in the drama itself. Fans noticed the way Long would instinctively adjust Yang Meimei's hair, or how she would laugh with a spark in her eyes whenever he cracked one of his dry jokes. These weren't scripted. These weren't rehearsed. These were the kinds of unfiltered moments that slip past the camera lens but make their way into fan hearts. The internet took these moments and magnified them. A single clip of Yang Meimei softly leaning against Long's shoulder during a break quickly went viral, flooding platforms like Weibo, TikTok, and Instagram with edits, slow-motion replays, and fan captions that read like poetry. What could have been just a fleeting second on set became an entire movement, with hashtags trending for days. It was no longer just about watching their characters fall in love. It was about witnessing Long and Meimei themselves creating a language of affection that blurred the lines between fiction and reality. One unforgettable moment that still has fans buzzing came during a promotional interview. The pair were asked about their most challenging scenes together, but instead of answering directly, they exchanged a mischievous glance and burst into laughter. The laughter lasted longer than the question itself, and that contagious joy was caught on camera. Fans dissected the clip endlessly, pointing out the way Long looked at her as if trying to hold back a smile, and how Meimei's laughter seemed to brighten the entire room. That short interview clip became an instant internet sensation, spawning countless memes and edits under the tag, "When Long looks at Meimei." Another viral glimpse happened during a fan meeting. As they stood on stage, greeting hundreds of adoring fans, the lights caught Meimei's dress in an awkward way, and without hesitation, Long adjusted the microphone stand to block the spotlight from hitting her too harshly. It was such a small gesture, one that might have gone unnoticed if not for the thousands of fans recording from every angle. Within hours, the moment spread online, hailed as proof of Long's attentiveness and care. Fans couldn't stop commenting about how protective he seemed and how naturally Meimei responded with a grateful smile. That exchange wasn't part of a script, wasn't choreographed, and yet it left a mark stronger than many scripted romance scenes. Perhaps the most iconic off-screen moment came not from an event or a press appearance, but from a raw behind-the-scenes video shared by staff. In the clip, the cast and crew were gathered in the freezing cold, trying to stay warm between takes. While others huddled in jackets and blankets, Long quietly draped his coat over Meimei's shoulders when he noticed she was shivering. She resisted at first, shaking her head, but he insisted with a half-teasing, half-serious expression that fans immediately declared as peak gentleman energy. The moment lasted less than a minute, but in the hands of passionate fans, it turned into montages, fan cams, and even digital fan art, all celebrating that unguarded act of care. That video alone racked up millions of views in just a week. The magic of these glimpses lies in their authenticity. Fans are smart. They know when something is rehearsed for publicity and when something comes from a genuine place. With Long and Yang Meimei, every off-screen interaction feels natural, as though they're simply being themselves. Whether it's the way he teases her about forgetting lines, or the way she mimics his serious expressions when he isn't looking, these candid snapshots make fans feel like they're peeking into a friendship, or perhaps something more, that thrives outside of the spotlight. Online communities have turned these glimpses into cultural phenomena. Fan editors spend hours creating compilations of their cutest off-screen interactions, pairing them with romantic soundtracks, and within hours those videos rack up millions of views. Comment sections overflow with phrases like, "I can't stop shipping them. They look more real than the drama itself," and "How are they so natural together?" It's not just admiration, it's obsession. Fans aren't content with watching the drama alone. They want to relive every off-screen detail, dissect every expression, and hold onto every lingering look. And it isn't just younger fans caught up in the frenzy. Even more mature audiences, those who followed countless drama couples over the years, admit that Long and Yang Meimei feel different. They bridge the gap between scripted performance and lived authenticity, making viewers believe that what they're seeing off-screen might just be an extension of the romance that unfolded on-screen. The more fans see, the more they crave, fueling an endless cycle of engagement that keeps their names trending long after the drama has ended. It's telling that whenever new content featuring Long and Meimei drops, even something as simple as a behind-the-scenes photo, the internet practically explodes. Threads are flooded, fan pages multiply, and hashtags rise to the top of trending charts. Their power doesn't come only from acting talent, though both are gifted performers. It comes from the way they've captured imaginations with something real, something unmanufactured. The very thing that makes them magnetic on-screen continues to thrive when the cameras aren't rolling. Some fans call it fate, others call it chemistry, but whatever it is, Long and Yang Meimei have become more than just co-stars. They've become a phenomenon, an unstoppable force of internet-breaking moments that bind fans together in collective excitement. Each candid glimpse adds fuel to the fire, making people fall deeper into their orbit, convinced that they're watching not just actors, but a story unfolding in real life. And perhaps that's the secret. The lines between fiction and reality blur so beautifully with them that fans don't feel like outsiders looking in. They feel like participants in a love story too vast to be confined to a single drama. Every viral clip is another chapter, every candid smile another clue, every shared glance another reason to keep watching. And so, the internet waits, ready to break all over again the moment Long and Yang Meimei offer just one more glimpse of who they are together when the scripts are set aside and the spotlight fades. Because sometimes, the most unforgettable love stories aren't written in scripts or performed on stage. They're whispered in stolen moments, hidden in laughter, and revealed in glimpses too real to ignore. And Long and Yang Meimei, knowingly or not, have given fans exactly that, a series of unforgettable glimpses that continue to redefine what it means to fall in love with a couple, not just in drama, but in real life too. What makes the fascination with Long and Yang Meimei even more powerful is how their story doesn't stop when the credits roll. Fans don't just remember them for their roles. They hold on to the moments when Long fixes Meimei's microphone, when she bursts into laughter at his jokes, or when their eyes meet in ways words could never capture. These moments have carved a permanent space in the hearts of their fandom, and that's why every tiny update about them creates a ripple effect across social media. Take, for instance, the live stream where fans noticed Long subtly glancing at Meimei whenever she spoke, nodding in agreement before she even finished her sentence. It wasn't dramatic, it wasn't loud, but it was real. Fans clipped that live stream into short edits, flooding feeds with captions like, "He hangs on to her every word." Within hours, it had millions of views, proving once again that even silence between them is enough to break the internet. Their off-screen glimpses remind people of the beauty in subtlety. Unlike forced publicity stunts that come and go, Long and Meimei's candid interactions feel timeless. A stolen glance, a quiet laugh, a playful nudge, these are the things fans treasure, because they hint at something deeper than what's performed on set. It's this authenticity that keeps people talking, sharing, and returning for more. Even now, months after their drama wrapped, the energy hasn't faded. Instead, it's grown stronger. Fans still create fresh compilations, still trend hashtags, still tag them in wishful, cast them again posts. And each time, the internet responds with the same feverish enthusiasm as it did the first time they went viral. That's the hallmark of a true phenomenon, not a spark that burns out quickly, but a flame that continues to glow long after the cameras have stopped rolling. And let's not forget the fan events where their connection shines brightest. In one memorable meet and greet, Meimei tripped slightly on stage, and Yulong's lightning-fast reflexes caught her before she could stumble. The crowd erupted, screaming, crying, filming the entire thing, while Yulong brushed it off with a shy grin. That clip has since been edited into countless romantic montages, and some fans even joke that it felt like watching a real-life drama unfold in real time. It's moments like these that remind everyone why they're hooked, not just to their acting, but to them as people. This is why Long and Yang Meimei's fandom continues to thrive. They represent more than just actors doing their jobs. They embody the kind of connection fans long to see, the kind of chemistry that feels too natural to be manufactured. Every off-screen glimpse is another chapter in an unscripted story, and fans are eagerly writing the rest through their edits, theories, and never-ending support. But here's the truth. The story of Long and Meimei doesn't just belong to the internet. It belongs to all of us who can't stop watching, who can't stop talking, who feel the thrill every time a new clip surfaces. Their magic is something that deserves to be celebrated over and over again, and that's exactly what we're doing at Midnight in Seoul. At Midnight in Seoul, we don't just cover K-drama and C-drama stars. We dive deep into the stories that make fans obsessed. We explore the chemistry that keeps audiences awake at night, the off-screen glimpses that become unforgettable, and the moments that turn actors into legends. Long and Yang Meimei's off-screen bond is only one of many stories we celebrate, but it's one that proves why fans from all over the world gather here to relive, rewatch, and reignite the magic. So if you've been captivated by their smiles, if you've replayed their behind-the-scenes laughter more times than you can count, if you've found yourself wishing for just one more glimpse of Long and Yang Meimei, then Midnight in Seoul is where you belong. This is where fans like you connect, where the obsession becomes a community, and where the story never ends. Don't just watch from afar, join us. Subscribe to Midnight in Seoul today, and let's keep this fire alive together. Because Long and Yang Meimei have already given us the glimpses that broke the internet, and the next unforgettable moment might be just around the corner. You don't want to miss it.